So this man tells a story about how he has a best friend he hadn't seen in years, and he went to his house, and this man has a big collection of alcohol. He said the top shelf he had what they call a bottle of Louis XIII, and I think last I checked that bottle of liquor is like $1,300, something like that. It's very expensive, but he had it way at the top shelf. So the guy noticed it off the top. He said, ooh, you got that Louis XIII at the top shelf. That man said, yeah, because that's only for special people. He said, I don't care about all this stuff at the bottom. He said, but that's special. That's for special occasions and special people. So the man went on to say that his friend that he hadn't seen in years said, would you like me to pour you a drink? He said, yeah, why not? I have never tasted Louis XIII. At the end of the day, that man said that was his best friend he hadn't seen in years, but he was able to get to himself to the point where he could afford a bottle of Louis XIII top shelf he had it sitting on, and he only gave it to people that he cared something about. So that's a gesture. At the end of this video, he went on to say he was giving an example with ladies. He said, ladies, stop sleeping with all of these men, because you lower your value. He was like, your body should be, he was just giving an example, like a bottle of Louis XIII, and you should never give it to just anybody. He said it should be special people that you give it to, and in his mind, he said it should only be your husband. He said, ladies, stop lowering your value by sleeping with all these men. I think the man went on to say he had been married to over 30-some years. He's only slept with his wife since he's been married, and he said he wasn't bragging or whatever, trying to make himself seem like y'all didn't that. But I'm gonna brag for you. That's bragging rights. But I just want to say, ladies, as women, you have to start valuing yourself. Even though relationships and things don't work, be careful who you sleep with. Just because a man treats you nice, takes you on dates, don't mean you have to sleep with him. And I think a lot of times you just might block your blessings from sleeping with the wrong men, because somebody else was talking about a way that when you sleep with men, their fluids and stuff attached to your brain, and it might block you from your blessings. So y'all, women, start valuing your bodies. Stop sleeping with everybody, and wait for the right man to come along. I'm going to keep preaching this because they do exist. You know how I know? I just left one in the bed sleep this morning.